Let's talk about stress and pressure for a minute. So it's something that I'm quite familiar with, that I've had to deal with it a lot. But more often than not, I don't feel it anymore. And I don't feel it anymore because I choose to work a little bit differently. I choose to work in a more relaxed frame of mind. I choose to work in a kind of a flow for the day. So most of that comes down to my mindset that I set for myself. And, we've discussed this at the very beginning. If you haven't seen them, go back to the early videos about, how we set up our daily routine, how I feel that we can rewire our brain to think completely differently to the way we think today. But a couple of things that you can do. Okay, number one is create your to-do list for the day in a way that makes you be able to work in your own flow at a relaxed pace. So it doesn't mean don't put stuff in that you really want to get. It doesn't mean leave stuff out because you think it's too much. No, I'm not saying that, but put the stuff in there. Plan stuff out a little bit better. Make sure you've got enough time for things. Make sure you've got time booked for lunch and stuff like that, right? Because you got to eat, right? You got to eat, you got to take a coffee break and, bathroom break and stuff like that. Make sure you've taken account of those things, because otherwise you're putting yourself under pressure. And so one of the things for me that helps me to work in that flow is that once I hit 2 p.m. in the day, these days, I am pretty much booked with calls then after that. That's, from 2 to about 6 o'clock, I'm pretty much on the phone. And it actually took me a long time to realize that I needed to get everything else done that I wanted to do in the day before 2 p.m., right? And I also needed to have my lunch before 2 p.m. So just acknowledging that and saying, Rory, you need to get those things done before 2, because if you don't, they're not going to happen. Completely changed the stress that was on me because now I know that actually is my limit. It's 2 o'clock. It's not 6 o'clock is my limit, right? Because there's very little I can get done between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. So things like that, okay? So just create your to-do list in a way that makes sense for you. But also, there are stressful things going to happen to you throughout the day, right? So you're going to get that email from a client, or you're going to run into a problem, or you're going to run out of battery in your laptop, or something's going to happen that's wrong, okay? And what's really important is to not allow that to affect you from a stress point of view. Okay, it's a problem, fine, but don't interact with it like the problem and the stress developer that it could be. Just acknowledge, okay, yeah, there's an issue there. I've got to deal with that, but you know what? I'm not going to let it bother me. If it means you got to take 10 deep breaths, take 10 deep breaths. Figure out, what are we going to do about it? Okay, I've got to go to the store and I've got to get new batteries for my mouse or whatever. Big deal, okay? Just plan that into your day then and say, okay, well, that means I'm going to have to pull out that other thing, and let's not get stressed about this. Let's take it easy. Let's work in the flow. It's going to mean that you actually get more stuff done throughout the week, because you're not getting that stress built up and that kind of thing. You're going to enjoy your days more. Your phone calls and your meetings with everybody are going to go an awful lot smoother, because you're not going to be as tense or as stressed. You're going to be relaxed, you're going to have energy, and you're going to enjoy them.